in the shadow of an oak where wildflowers dare to bloom. I first saw you laughing under the harvest moon. Your scarf danced with the prairie wind so wild and free. We carved our names on that old porch, just you and me. But now the lantern fades, light flickers out so soon, like whispers of you on the wind beneath the weeping moon. Every star up in that endless aching sky sings a lonesome cowboy's lullaby. Years gone like dust down an empty gravel road where we once walked, now wander alone. The cabin stands, but the laughter's long since died, just echoes of the voices that once filled the night. The lantern fades, the flame just memories old, burning like the tales around these parts once told. Every star up in that heaven's grieving ball plays a tune for love that was no one's fault. Sometimes I think I hear you on the breeze through the pines, calling me back to what once was yours and mine. But time's a river, girl, and it's flowed right on past, leaving me to wonder which goodbye was our last. Yes, the lantern fades, the light now barely seen, like the love that lives forever in my dreams. Every star teardrop, the sky canvas vast, holding tight to a cowboy's love that's meant to last. So I'll ride these trails till that last lantern light goes out, finding solace in the silence, what my heart's about. And maybe beyond the dusk, where road goes softly tread, I'll find that lost love's whisper in the sunset's fiery red. Out by the creek where the willows weep, a wagon wheel rests where secrets keep. We carved our names on the old oak side, underneath that stretch of endless sky. Her laughter danced on the summer's breath in that little town where my heart left. Oh, my love, like the sunset too young and wagon wheel now silent where we once begun. The dusk whispers her name through the pine while I roam these roads with her ghost entwined. Years have worn the path to that porch of old, where the stars watched our stories unfold. But the scars she left are frayed and gone, just like the echo of our faded song. The saddle's aged, the leather feathers cracked, every stirrup step a memory flashed. Oh my love, like the river ran away, and wagon wheel broke beneath the weight. The night cries with rain on the window pane as I trace these trails, branded with my pain. There's a solace found in the roaming winds, but they can't touch the sorrow buried within. The dust settles but my heart stirred deep with every gravel crunch beneath my feet. Oh love, you're the song the prairie sings, in the whispering leaves, in the bell that rings. A wagon wheel, oh you died too young, but in these wild lands, our songs unsung. I'll leave my tears where the creek runs dry, underneath that vast, unending sky. Out there where the old oak stands under the weeping sky, I first saw her wild laughing eyes in the spring when the river was high. We carved our dreams in the bark, sealed them with a sunset's cry. But like the leaves that turn with time, some love just says goodbye. Storm stays in the hollows of this heart. Winds may twist the path, but from her memory I can't part. Rain falls on the tin roof like tears on an old porch light, and in the whisper of the pines I'm with her every lonesome night. Years flew like dust off a cowboy's boots through seasons of endless roam. Her scarf still hangs by the door of the cabin that we called home. The trails that we once walked, now overgrown, tell the tales of days gone past. Like the shadow of an empty saddle, some things ain't meant to last. Storm stays in the hollows of this heart. Winds may twist the path, but from her memory I can't part. Rain falls on the tin roof like tears on an old porch light, and in the whisper of the pines I'm with her every lonesome night. By the flicker of the firelight I see her dancing free, 'neath the stars that still remember what my heart won't let me be. So here I stand, a broken man on roads that she once graced, holding on to a ghost of a girl in the storm that never fades. Storm stays, oh but how I've tried to ride past her memory's gate. Yet every sunset spills her colors in strokes I can't erase. Rain falls on this heart's old porch like whispers of her light, and I know in the dust and the wind she's never truly out of sight. I sing this song to the storm, to the love that I still crave. Beneath the vast eternal sky, still I take it to my grave. Out by the old split rail, where the wildflowers grow, I carved our names in the oak in the soft morning glow. Years rush like the creek where we first found our dreams, under that blue prairie sky where the eagle still screams. These lands hold the whispers of your laughter so dear, on that rugged old porch, sipping sweet summer beer. The fence echoes your name in the winds of the past, each knot an old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on even the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I reach through the shadows where your loved ones danced, where the thistle and thread of my heart had its chance. Time wore down the saddle where we rode side by side. Now it hangs in the barn, a relic of strides. The town feels too quiet, the tavern's too cold. Ghosts walk the streets where our future was sold. Your scarf in my pocket, a fragment of grace, as the winter draws in, a race in the trace. The fence echoes your name in the winds of the past, each knot an old nail, a memory that lasts. But the sun sets on even the deepest blue eyes, and the night covers all but the loneliest cries. I search for your shadow in every new dawn, but like dust through my fingers, you're always just gone. On this gravel road journey beneath vast starry skies, I've learned that every cowboy must accept his goodbyes. But in the silence that follows the closing of doors, I still listen for you in the wind on the moors. The fence echoes your name like a haunting old tune, under the watch of the moon. I'm still bound to you. Yet the sun fades the letters where our young hearts once lay. In the dust of the trails, I'll be finding my way. May the echo grow softer as I learn to let go of a love that was lost in the wild long ago. In the shadow of an oak, where the soft winds dare to speak, lies a scar she left behind, now part of the creek. Faded red like desert clay, under sky so vast and gray. Whispers of her laughter drift in the place she used to play. But her goodbye forgot to take the heart she promised not to break. Now every sunset's just a flame, burning old photos in its frame. Underneath the starlit clock, her goodbye forgot. Wildflowers by the road where we used to walk and dream, now they bow their lonely heads to the silent stream. That old porch still holds my boots, dusty from our traveled routes. Each creek a story of the days love was free from many doubts. Her goodbye forgot to take the heart she promised not to break. Now every sunset's just a flame, burning old photos in its frame. Underneath the starlit plot, her goodbye forgot. The saddle's worn, the trails have faded, just like the smile that once paraded. And as the cabin door still creaks, I hear her voice in every creek. Yes, her goodbye forgot to take memories etched in every wake. Each sunset still a silent scream, echoes of a faded dream. In the whisper of the wind's trust, her goodbye, it just forgot. Her goodbye just forgot. In the shadow of the oak where the wild rivers bank, I first saw her smile by the old cabin plank. As soft as the breeze in her faded blue dress, under that sky I swore I'd never confess. How the scarves in her hair danced a sweet silent song on a porch where my heart's been lost for so long. Graves sang my joys beneath that cold dusty ground, where our laughter once lived, but it don't make a sound. The stars overhead, they watched as I cried, lost in the winds where my solace has died. Years rolled like thunder through towns built on sand. She drifted away like the dust through my hand. The oak tree's still standing, but the cabin fell through, just like the dreams that I built around you. Gravel roads wind away, but they don't lead me back to the time when my soul wasn't cloaked in this black. Graves sank my joys beneath the cold dusty ground, where our laughter once lived, but it don't make a sound. The stars overhead, they watched as I cried, lost in the rains where my solace has died. Now the saddle's worn thin and the trails all but fade, like the memories of kisses under the oak's gentle shade. Maybe pain's just a guess that's overstayed, it's not, but her echo in the valley keeps on riding my plight. Graves sang my joys, but her whisper finds the breeze. In the twilight of the prairie, she still comforts and teases. So wander these lands, a shadow set free, beneath wide open skies that she's no longer here to see. Yet Graves sang my heart, deeper love's never tired.
in the wild whispered west where our past keeps admired.
In the gloom of the ashen dawn, by the oak tree's mournful shade, where we carved our names, the world so wide, beneath the everglade. Your scarf still dances on the porch, a ghost in the prayer's embrace. Each thread a tale, each hue a sigh, lost in the wind's cold trace. Oh, that goodbye letter called my name, in ink that wept my fate to claim, on a dusty trail where our dreams did roam. Now I ride these shadows all alone. The cabin stands a silent shell on the edge of the faded trail. Its door swings soft to yesterday when our love was not so frail. The saddle worn, the gravel path whispers of your tender grace. Every hoofbeat in the rain echoes a void I cannot replace. Oh, that goodbye letter called my name, in ink that wept my fate to claim, on a dusty trail where our dreams did roam. Now I ride these shadows all alone. Under the vast and starlit sky, I confess to the restless plains. Every sunset spills your memory in the hue of blood-red stains. And though I wander far and wide, your shadow by my side remains, a specter of what once was true, shackled in love's unseen chains. Yes, that goodbye letter called my name, a sorrow song, a lonesome flame. As stars above the night reclaim, in my heart your whisper just the same. Goodbye, my love, this cowboy soul, forever your sweet claim. As the last note lingers in the wind, the scene fades out like smoke, leaving nothing but the echo of a heart that once spoke. There's a cabin by the whispering poplar grove, where the sun paints gold on the dust below. I met her wild soul in shadows that roam by the shattered glass where that old door closed. Her laugh was a melody, soft and close, echoing across the valley where the lone wind blows. Shattered glass, the door slammed shut, echoes of her footsteps in my heart they cut. Every creak of the wood, a reminder of us. Now it's just the oak tree and that old red rug. The scarf she left still smells like rain. Hangs on a hook, just ain't the same. The gravel road whispers she ain't coming back. Where we used to walk, now just my lone tracks. Time's cruel hands tore away our dreams, left me with the silence and the creek's soft screams. Shattered glass, the door slammed shut, echoes of her footsteps in my heart. They cut every creak of the wood, a reminder of us. Now it's just the oak tree and that old red rust. Underneath the starlit cloak, the night sky knows all the secrets whispered where the cold wind blows. If love's wild land is where we used to roam, why do these empty rooms feel more like home? Shattered glass, the door's still there. Faded paths in this old wooden chair. If memories are all that the heart can trust, I'll walk these silent halls through the dust and gust till time shuts the door on this heart so torn. In the cabin by the poplars where love was born and worn. The strings fade out like the last rays of a setting sun, and the silence that fills the air has more to say than words ever could. The cowboy turns hat in hand, walking slowly back to the life that calls beyond the hills.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, there's an old ranch house with its porch worn low. Sunset bleeds through the boards like a slow dying fire, where our names are still carved, but the years they conspire. Oh, the wind sings through the empty cabin's call, rustling up ghosts in the autumn leaves fall. Saddle sits dusty, scarf hangs undone, under the fading trails of a long set sun. Gravel crunches soft under lone wanderer's boots, echoes of laughter faded past roots. Once we danced here neath the endless sky's dome, now it's just shadows and my travels I roam. The rivers still flow past the old wooden gate, but the laughter's all drowned, sealed by time's heavy weight. Rain taps like sorrow on the cold window pane. Each drop a memory, each storm a refrain. Oh, the wind sings through the empty cabin's call, rustling up ghosts in the autumn leaves fall. Saddle sits dusty, scarf hangs undone, under the fading trails of a long set sun. There's a stillness in the air quite so deep, it's like the prairie herself's been put to sleep. In the heart of the dust where my dreams drift away, I've learned that some loves, like the wild, just can't stay. so the wind will keep singing through that old cabin side, stirring the dust where the past might just lie. I'll ride on till the stars fade from the dawn's first light, where the abandoned ranch drifts out of sight, out of sight.
Underneath the old oak tree where we carved our names, the sky turns a mournful shade as the landscape claims. Memories whispers tangled in the wind, soft sighs. Where once we lay, now only my shadow lies. The town sleeps quiet, the streets all worn and wise. The rain cries just like I do for dreams that died, where the river runs but can't hide the tears I've cried. Each drop mirrors the moment you were mine, on this lonesome trail under clouded skies I find. The rain cries, oh the rain cries. That porch still creaks, remembers our laughter clear. Dusty cabins echo parts of you that once were near. Gravel roads where the tracks of your leaving hills. With every gust, the wild sage your scent reveals. But your warmth is just a ghost that the cold wind steals. The rain cries just like I do for love that's lost in the shadow of the hill by the frost-covered moss. Each drop a story, a moment that time has tossed on these empty plains, paying the highest cost. The rain cries, oh the rain cries. Sunset paints the sky with hues of our old flame. Riding lonesome trails, I whisper your sacred name. A solace in the saddle, under stars that we once claimed. This wandering life, a picture in a tattered frame. The rain cries and I'm calling out to you across the time-worn paths and the morning dew. Maybe these skies will clear, or maybe they'll stay blue. But like the rain, my heart will always cry for you. The rain cries forever, the rain cries. Let the echo carry, let the silence speak as the guitar fades, like a cowboy walking slowly into the endless horizon, his heart full of echoes, his footsteps quiet on the soft, wet ground.
Underneath the shadow of an age-old oak, where whispers of the wild wind used to speak, there lies a gravel path where we once roamed, now just fading tracks beside the creek. You wore a scarf of blue eyes full of dreams. We planned our lives on that old wooden porch, but time, like silent thieves, stole all but screams, left me riding alone with a flickering torch. On this timeless road now washed away, the rains came down, swallowed up our days. Your laughter's echo I chase in vain, like sunsets bleeding in a sky of gray. Where did you go? My heart's refrain on this timeless road washed away. Mountains stand unchanged by the year's flight, but not those little cabins where love's light burned bright. Your hand in mine, see nothing could tear us apart. Now it's but a dusty saddle, an empty heart. The evenings when the world turned a softer hue, we'd count the stars, the future seemed so true. But town lights dimmed and so did what I thought I knew. Left wandering these trails, cloaked in twilight dew. On this timeless road now washed away, the rains came down, swallowed up our days. Your laughter's echo I chase in vain, like sunsets bleeding in a sky of gray. Where did you go? My heart's refrain on this timeless road washed away. Maybe love's a ghost town, faded and old, haunted by memories in the silence they told. I ride through the whispers where our past sleeps cold, searching for a treasure in the heart I still hold. On this timeless road forever washed away, I find you in the breeze in the dusk's last ray. Though you're gone, my love won't sway. Echoes of you linger in the winds that fray. Where did you go? My heart forever to say, on this timeless road, eternally washed away. And so I ride love under these weeping skies, every sunset, every dust trail, your memory never dies. Out by the willow where the creek used to sing, I carved our names in the bark of an old oak tree. The sun dipped low like it knew we had dreams. Now it's just shadows and whispers and a cool evening breeze. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, through abandoned cabins and past rusted rails. Every sunset bleeds the same deep red as the scarf you left on that old porch bed. Gravel roads echo where your laughter once flowed, an empty saddle and our dreams now foreclosed. Rain taps like fingers on a lonely window pane, whispering secrets of a love that waned. Memory drifts like dust on the trail, through abandoned cabins and past rusted rails. Every sunset bleeds the same deep red as the scarf you left on that old porch bed. Beneath the
ceaseless ride. But every stop there is a story we told, burning bright, but oh, growing cold. Memory drifts, and I'm left here to stand with nothing but your shadow slipping through my hand. Those fading trails, they still call my name. But darling, without you, it just ain't the same. Yes, memory drifts, and I reckon it's time to ride into that sunset where our old love still shines.
In the hush of dawn, by the old oak tree, where the scarves of mist hide the mountain's knee, I heard her laugh, wild as a creek, where the bluebells sang and the pines would speak. Her voice like a path through forgotten ways in the golden dust of our yesterdays. Oh, her voice walked away with the westward wind, left me a shadow in the dust thinned. Underneath that white star sway, her whisper lingers, then fades away. Now the porch swings lonely, the cabin's bare, gravel roads lead to who knows where. The rains came through and the curtains tore, the laughter faded, won't grace no more. From the saddle to the saloon's dim light, every trail turns to her in the night. Walked away with the westward wind, left me a shadow in the dust then. Underneath that white star sway, her whisper lingers, then fades away. On a lonesome trail time might heal or pretend, but the oak still stands and the wind still roams, where her memory dances and my heart still roams. Yes, her voice walked away with the westward wind, now just echoes in the songs I've penned. But deep in the canyons, past the fading light, her melody stirs the birds in flight. So I'll ride these plains beneath the endless gray, where her voice walked away, where her voice walked away. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where you carved our names so wild and free, the wind whispers through the leaves, a silent chill beneath that oak. Unspoken words stood still. A scarf you left hangs on the porch, faded by sun, a gray weather torch, reminding me of the laughter now silent and shrill, where once we danced, unspoken words stood still. Oh, how the prairie moon wept in vain over gravel roads where echoes speak your name. Each sunset dips in colors you once adored, but you're a memory, a shadow, nothing more. Saddles gather dust in an empty room, like my heart in corners where cobwebs loom. Paths we rode, now overgrown against my will. In this quiet town, unspoken words stood still. The rain taps soft on the old cabin's glass, each drop a tear from the storms that passed. They speak of times your warmth could fill, now they're just rain, and unspoken words stood still. Oh, how the prairie moon wept in vain over gravel roads where echoes speak your name. Each sunset dips in colors you once adored, but you're a memory, a shadow, nothing more. If silence were a river wide and deep, I'd sail it quiet where lost love sleep. But mine flows through the canyon against the grain, through wild lands where my heart remains. So here I stand, where the old oak sighs, a lone figure beneath vast unending skies. The prairie moon still weeps, but I implore for quiet peace where unspoken words soar. Echoes of you like the wind forever will haunt these lands where unspoken words stood still. Out where the oak trees shadow the old gravel road, I recall the soft sound of your scarf in the wind. Under the porch light of that weathered abode, you danced like the firelight that wouldn't rescind. Your laughter spilled like rain on that thirsty ground as the sun dipped low, turning day into art. But now it's just whispers of what we had found in the place where the fading light fell apart. Oh, my heart rides the trails where the wild winds blow, past cabins empty under skies vast and stark. Every sunset's a memory, fading slow in the shadows of the love that missed its mark. The echo of hoofbeats alone in the dark marks the cadence of a lonesome cowboy's heart. The saddle sits dusty on the old barn's rack, silent tales of the rides we used to share. Your scarf still a banner, now faded to black, hanging limp with no life left to declare. Once we roamed wild like the storms overhead. Now the thunder rolls in with no one to part. Each raindrop a tear that I've silently shed in the wake where the fading light fell apart. Oh, my heart rides the trails where the wild winds blow, past cabins empty under skies vast and stark. Every sunset's a memory, fading slow in the shadows of the love that missed its mark. The echo of hoofbeats alone in the dark marks the cadence of a lonesome cowboy's heart. Now I wander these hills, talking to ghosts. The horizon's my only faithful guide. Love's a lingering smoke. I'm the host to the ashes that I carry inside. So I'll ride through the tears of these wild dusty trails where my memories lay scattered and apart. Each night falls a curtain that never unveils the depth of the dusk in a cowboy's heart. Oh, the echo of hoofbeats alone in the dark sings the ballad where the fading light fell apart.
Under the shade of an old oak tree, where the wind whispers secrets in a dance, you and I carved our names for eternity. In that wild field where we took our last stance, with a scarf you left all tattered and red, tied to the branch where our love stories bled. Saddle cries on a dusty trail, echoes of hoofbeats a lonesome wail. Sunset burns just to fade away, like your voice in the winds of yesterday. Oh, this heart rides alone tonight, under stars that don't shine as bright. Now the old porch creaks with no one to know. The tales of the laughter are sweet undertow. An empty cabin keeps the cold at its heart. Gravel roads lost to the wilderness raft, where the river used to sing you to sleep. Lies the silence so heavy, so deep. Saddle cries on a dusty trail, echoes of hoofbeats a lonesome wail. Sunset burns just to fade away, like your voice in the winds of yesterday. Oh, this heart rides alone tonight, under stars that don't shine as bright. In the rustle of leaves I still hear your laugh, but time's a thief in a photograph. Fading trails, how they twist and they weave. Your absence is the ghost I can't leave. Oh. Saddle cries on that dusty trail, a cowboy's heart told a lonesome tale. Every sunset I whisper your name in the hopes that my soul you'll reclaim. Yet here I ride forever astray, in the twilight of memories that won't fade away.
In the shadow of the oak by the creek, where the wildflowers grow, I found an old flannel shirt, soft and worn from the high plains snow. It whispered secrets of our youth, beneath the vast Wyoming skies, where we chased the horizon on horseback, with hope in our wild eyes. Flannel shirt shut the door on the love that lives no more, underneath the porch light, fading into the night. Hear the screen door's gentle creak, feels like it's just you and me, but it's just the wind soft moan through the pines, calling me home. Now the saddles gather dust, the cabin silent and warm, gravel roads lead to memories. In the twilight I'm torn. That scarf you left behind is frayed, like the trails we used to roam. Each thread of memory fading in the twilight of what we'd known. Flannel shirt shut the door on the life we had before. Echoes on the old wood floor, whispers of a distant shore. Hear the screen door's lonesome cry under the solemn silver sky. Once a haven, now forlorn. In the silence, I'm reborn. Rain taps on the window glass like the rhythm of your heart. Every drop a symphony of the days now torn apart. In the stillness there I see the ghost of what could not be, held in the scent of rain wet earth, the fortress of my solitude. So flannel shirt shut the door, but I'll keep what I adore. In the seams your laughter stored, in the threads our love implored. With the sunset's dying light, I'll ride these lands alone tonight. The prairie's wide, my heart's the guide, past the places we reside. And I'll carry on with the dust my witness till my sorrows are gone. Like that old flannel shirt in the breeze, just sways softly, closing the door on those long lost days. In the shadow of oak trees by the sleepy creek's bend, I found a heart shaped by fire in the ash of the wind. We carved our names on a cabin where the honeysuckles grew. The porch still holds our whispers, but now it's missing you. Oh, fire carved in lands of wild embrace, my soul rides lonesome trails, haunted by your face. Every sunset bleeds the same old scarlet hue. Fire carved, oh, I'm still burning true. The gravel road's now quieter where your laughter filled the air. An old scarf you left behind dances on the wooden chair. The rain taps on the window like the rhythm of your song, but the melodies are faded since you've been gone too long. Oh, fire carved in lands of wild embrace, my soul rides lonesome trails, haunted by your face. Every sunset bleeds the same old scarlet hue. Fire carved, oh, I'm still burning true. Underneath the endless sky where dreams dare to roam, I wander through the memories in search of way back home. But every star's a whisper from a love I can't reclaim. Loneliness my compass in this vast untamed domain. Oh, fire carved in lands of wild embrace, my soul rides lonesome trails, haunted by your face. Every sunset bleeds the same old scarlet hue. Fire carved, oh, I'm still burning true. So here I stand in silence with the dusk upon my skin, the night air taste of sorrow of what could have been. Fire carved, a love that never will expire. In the quiet of the darkness, I still yearn, I still aspire.
Out by the old Copeland farm, the oak trees still whisper your name. Where we carved our hearts so wild and free, now nothing out there looks the same. Found that old saddle by the creek, the rain had washed it halfway away, like the tears that stole your sweet smile from me on that storm-torn, fateful day. And oh, my heart rides lonesome valleys since you and the sun both set to go. This trail's just dust and scattered shadows, with a saddle washed away, like the love I used to know. I walked past the shuttered cabin doors where your laughter filled the golden air. Now only silence greets me there, as if the world knows what I bear. Came upon that scarf you love, caught on a bramble, frayed and torn, just like the promises we made on the porch where forever was sworn. Yes, my heart rides lonesome valleys since you and the sun both set to go. This trail's just dust and scattered shadows, with a saddle washed away, like the love I used to know. So here I stand where the creek bends low, toss your scarf to the wind's soft side. Guess it's time to let old memories fly, just like that eagle we watched in July. And oh, my heart rides lonesome valleys since you and the sun both set to go. I'll follow these trails of dust and shadows, with my saddle washed away, like the love I'll never outgrow. Forever a wanderer, a shadow in the fray, with my saddle washed away, like the love I'll always know.
in the town Rye under a weeping willow shade. I once swore love to a maiden fair. Her scarf a patch of crimson silk fluttered in the breeze, like the wild heart of a colt, untamed, unaware, by the old oak tree with carvings worn and deep. Her laughter mingled with the rustling leaves as sunsets painted lonesome shadows long and steep on those gravel roads where now my spirit grieves. Oh, Rye waits like an old porch swing, still echoing songs of boots on dusty boards. The wind carries whispers and the chill of a love lost, faded words unscored. Rye waits and the sun dips low, casting gold on paths where sorrow lies, and in my heart where no one else may go. Rye waits and waits and never says goodbye. Now the willows bowed, his tears are dry and dead. No crimson scarves dance upon the breeze. The oak tree stands, but forgotten is our pledge, and silence fills the void of missing melodies. The cabin by the brook lays empty, windows bare, where once our dreams like wildflowers grew. Now only echoes of our laughter split the air as I roam these roads, lost, bereft, unglued. Oh, Rye waits like an old porch swing, still echoing songs of boots on dusty boards. The wind carries whispers and the chill of a love lost, faded words unscored. Rye waits and the sun dips low, casting gold on paths where sorrow lies, and in my heart where no one else may go. Rye waits and never says goodbye. If whispers could be caught like falling rain, or memories held in the folds of a scarf, would the winds of Rye soothe this sweet pain, or would they just whisper of love's epitaph? Yes, Rye waits and I'm a shadow in the setting sun, a silhouette against the fading light of day. With every dusty sunset my heart comes undone, in the town of Rye where my old love lay. Oh, Rye waits and I reckon I wait too, for a whisper on the wind, or a sign in the quiet town where the willows weep in view. Rye waits and I'm left behind.